And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's live stream, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily British content. Okay, so Angela Rayner humiliates herself in front of the entire world once again. Yes, a double whammy on a Sunday. Aren't we lucky? Yes, as soon as Angela Rayner goes on television, is in a television interview, she always makes an ass of herself. And again, today we are lucky. We've got two clips, not just one clip, two clips of her unraveling on live TV. We've got something to do with her sort of sympathizing and being for sort of terrorists taking over Syria's government. We've also got her talking about the sort of housing crisis, contradicting herself, unraveling big time. Yeah, I mean, we're all going to be going through it, guys. We've got the clips we're going to be watching, reacting. But as always, guys, let me know your thoughts on Angela Rayner down in the comments section below. Now, firstly, so as stated, she made two appearances today on BBC and on Sky News. So the first one I think she went on was BBC. And actually, to be fair, she had absolutely zero grip on reality. In this first clip, essentially, she goes on to say that she welcomes the news that Assad had been replaced with the jihadi group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, a designated terrorist group with links to Al-Qaeda. Yes, genuinely. Listen to this one.
Well, the Deputy Prime Minister, Angela Rayner, is with us in the studio this morning. Welcome to you. What's the latest information that the government has? Can you confirm that Assad is gone?
Well, we don't know. The situation on the ground is fast moving at the moment. If the Assad regime has fallen, then we welcome that news. What we want to see is a political solution along the lines of what the UN resolution is, and we're working with our allies.
Are you sure, though, if this rebel group does take charge, Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, they have connections and roots with groups like Al-Qaeda? Are you sure as a government they'd be a better option than the Assad regime?
Well, again, working with allies on the UN resolution, we've got to have a government in Syria, a political solution that protects civilians and infrastructure, because as we've seen with the Assad regime, it has been unstable. We want to see that stability, and we'll work towards that with our allies.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the first clip there. I mean, look, listen, to be honest, I don't sit here and pretend and kid on that I know all too much about this, but this is someone that's in a high political position within the United Kingdom being asked and given her opinion on live television, guys. This is the Deputy Prime Minister talking about this sorts of stuff, and she has absolutely zero grip on reality. And in fact, Angela Rayner probably couldn't find Syria on the map. It's genuinely frightening that, you know, these sort of serious global crises, and we have a dunce like Rayner for, you know, giving her analytics and comment with regards to the situation, and absolutely makes an ass of herself and basically says that she's all for a terrorist group taking over. Bonkers. You couldn't make it up. Now, after BBC, she hopped on over to Sky News to, I think, give a talk on a few things, but of course the clip that's going viral is with regards to the housing crisis. Now, she sat there, and to be fair, I hate Sky News, but they actually did grill her a little bit with regards to the situation, called her out a bit, but essentially she just contradicted herself, unraveled many things about housing. She said there's a housing crisis at the start, then she said there's plenty of homes in the United Kingdom. She said we need migrant labour, last government used too much migrant labour. Then she just kept on contradicting herself in literally a 1 minute and 50-second clip. Have a listen to this. 1 minute and 50 seconds, she says we're in a housing crisis, then she says we have plenty of houses, then she says we need migrant labour. Make up your mind, Rayner. Make up your mind. Have a listen to this one.
All right, let me ask you about another element of this. On the present densities, you're going to add 3.4 million, or homes for 3.4 million people with your 1.5 million houses. On your own figures, we're also going to add to our population 2.5 million people over this same period. Are you content that more than 5 out of 7 new homes will go to immigrants?
Well, that's not the truth, and that's not the
That's
case.
what will happen.
Well, that's not the reality, because we've,
Well,
in particular, in
where the
social
2.5
housing.
million immigrants that are in Rachel Reeves' budget figures going to turn out? Where are they going to live?
Well, there's plenty of housing in the UK, but the houses, especially social
whoa,
and
hang on.
affordable
You can't,
homes
on the
that
one
we're
hand, say
building.
we've got to build this 1.5 million houses, and then say there's plenty of housing already.
There is plenty of housing, Trevor, already, but there's not enough for the people that desperately need it. So the homes, especially under our affordable homes programme, which is social and affordable housing, they will be there for people who desperately need them, local people. We've already outlined how we're going to support veterans and people who are fleeing domestic violence.
Okay.
Councils need homes for people that are on the waiting list. I've already announced changes to the right to buy, making sure they
but
have
this doesn't quite make sense.
so that we can deliver
Deputy
the
Prime
houses
Minister,
they desperately need.
Deputy Prime Minister, doesn't quite make sense. You start the interview by telling me that there's a housing crisis. When I remind you that you have said yourselves as a government, we're going to need 2.5 million migrants. Some of them, by the way, people are going to build the houses. Suddenly, there's a lot of housing. Where are these people going to go?
Well, Trevor, first of all, when you say about building as well, the previous government did use migrant labour far too much.
So yeah, there you go. Angela Rayner literally discussing and just contradicting herself multiple times in literally 1 minute and 50 seconds, guys. You watch that clip for 1 minute and 50 seconds. Is there a housing crisis or is there not a housing crisis? Do we have enough homes or do we not have enough homes? It's weird. And to be fair play to Trevor Phillips. I don't give too much credit to sort of Sky News. I do think they're pretty crap. But at least he held him accountable and actually, tried to, picked her out on her trippings and, came up for and asked her for the actual answer that she was meant to give. But yeah, in that 1 minute 50 clip, we found out that there is a housing crisis. There's plenty of homes. We need migrant labour. Last government used too much migrant labour. She just keeps on going and going. Just another car crash interview to add to Angela Rayner's portfolio. She really does make an ass of herself more time than not. Genuinely, she's constantly coming on these interviews, slurring, stutling, and just making an absolute arse. I mean, they all speak the same. Starmer speaks the same as Reeves speaks the same, and Rayner is probably the worst. She's probably the most clippable one because she just talks absolute nonsense. She's out of her depth, along with the Prime Minister, but yeah, she's super crazy. Genuinely, super crazy. But guys, do let me know your thoughts on this one down there in the comment section below with regards to Angela Rayner. What do you make of those two interviews? By the way, these guys were today. Both of them were today. She made an ass of herself in 2 different interviews in today with 2 different networks. It just goes to show that's constantly, whenever I see Angela Rayner's going to be doing a interview, I know that there's going to be content for the day. I genuinely know there's going to be content for the day. Not to sound like that, but I know British Stand is going to be making a video as soon as Angela Rayner's on television. That's mental to think. It's mental to think. I'm just like, yep, I've got a video today planned, ready to go. As I said, we post quite a few videos every single day on British Stand, but as soon as I find out Angela Rayner's on TV, I know I've got at least a video to post. At least a video to post. Because she's always going to make an arse of herself, and she's done that yet again. But let's take some comments, guys. Thank you so much for the super chat. Nina Vivarana donates £1.99. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much for your donation. What a hero! Thank you so much for that. Oh my god, there's so many people in the live chat. Good to see you all. Hope you're well. Do you guys prefer? You like this format, or do you prefer the AI voice? As I said, going into 2025, we are experimenting as British Stand. What you guys kind of fancy? Would you prefer me to come onto the video, make it a bit more personal touch, or would you like to keep our AI voice to do the videos, or would you just like a mix, or do you just want one thing? As stated, guys, do let me know in the live chat what you kind of want, or let me know in the comments what you guys kind of want on the channel. As I said, it is your channel, so do let me know your thoughts down there. But guys, I'm not going to keep you for too long. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. If there's any more breaking news, I'm sure I will report it to you. But first, hit that like, hit the subscribe button. We are well on our way to 130,000 subscribers. Thank you.